out. Who knows? Get to see outdoors. It's nice to be back in the frozen north land, having grown up in Ashtabula. I know what snow is, and it's good to see it again. Central Ohio is just darn warm. There's not a lot of snow. Let's see, my wife's still teaching, and I think they've been 3 days. Patrick says you're up to 4, but 5. You guys know how to deal with snow. You're tough. I look forward to hearing you play tonight. I'm really tickled to be here. Okay, thanks. Give me a tempo at 166, and ready, set, here we go. Flutes, pick, and first clarinets. And second and third clarinet at 166. You can just start at 167, that'd be fine.
167, good. Here we go. Got it? One and a 1, 2, ready, and.
Reconsider 3 notes per beat as opposed to 4. Okay? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, bottom, it's okay. We love you. You're doing a good job. I'm sure you're in first clarinet. Yeah, I'm hearing you. You're doing a good job. Just be careful. You guys who have triplets, there is a place in this piece where when you're doing one of these mindless ostinatos, which is sort of the same thing over and over again for a long time, I swear there's a place in here somewhere where 16th notes. Isn't it? Isn't there one? I could be wrong. Where? Well, anyhow, it isn't at the beginning, and it isn't here at the end. So, but I'm hearing 16th notes. And so what I'm wanting to do is work on the clarity and the accuracy of these ostinato. You know what an ostinato is? You ever heard that term before? O-S-T-I-N-A-T-O? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody have a definition for us? Yes, ma'am. Repeat it over and over and over. I remember my home teacher, Bowling Green, telling me, ostinato, obstinate, unchanging. Doody, 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 one triplet, two triplet, one triplet, one triplet, doody, 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 doody. Play it, will you? Ready? Flute, pick, first clarinets. And go ahead and add the second and third clarinet, because you're going body doo da, body doo da, body doo da, doody, 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 1, 2, 167. That's it. Carefully, you don't let it slip into 16th notes. Now, at the oboe. Hi. Welcome, oboe. Ready? The oboe's got duplet, duplet, duplet. You've got 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, duplet, duplet. Put it together. 1, 2, ready, you go. Now, let's go with the next layer, L-A-Y-E-R, of ostinato, and that's the sax family. Okay? Give me the first and second alto. Give me the altos. Ready? 167, please. Where the ostinato starts. 1, 2, ready, go. That's what I was afraid of. Firsts, 1, 2, ready, go. Carefully, you don't turn that first note into a 16th. It's not ba-da, it's be-doo, be-doo. And the oboe will keep you honest. Be-doo, 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 be-doo. You see how you're turning it into 16th? going sooner to the second note than you should. Okay? First, tell you what, oboe queen and first altos. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Okay, now, similar but different. Do not be led into paths of sinfulness by listening to them. You've got your own rhythm. Da, dee, da, 1. Okay, oboe queen and second altos. 2, ready, go. Now, let me get really close. I won't get too close. Just by yourselves, ladies. 2, right there, ready, and go. True or false? You tongue the second note in the bar. Are you? We are not. We are slurring everything, ladies. Please play the page. Here we go, version 2. 2, ready, go. Right, and again, just like those guys, don't get too anxious about going too fast, too soon to the dotted quarter. Ready? The unchanging oboe and the altos. So it's composite rhythm. Dee-doo. Dee-doo. Dee-dee-doo. Dee-doo. Dee-doo. You can, okay, I can't do it. I'm not coordinated. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and go, and. But you have ended up playing at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Just really concentrate on your own thing. 1 and 3 and 1 and da da 2 ready go. Thank you. Robert Sheldon is happy now because you're playing his rhythm right. Good job. Add the tenor. Hi. How are you? You get to play too. Sax family singers and the oboe. Ready? 1 and 2 and ready and go. And. It's kind of cool, isn't it? It's kind of like a chime effect, like ringing chime, be doom da da, church bells ringing in a predictable fashion. All right, it's time to add a triplet air, the triplet layer. Ready, triplets, folks? Okay, you can't think what they're doing. You have to think. Ready? Put it all together. You guys, with me? 1, 2, ready, go. Cool, isn't it? When it all fits together. Yeah, nice. Okay. Wow, that's nice. Okay. Now, here's the story. Here's the rest of the story. And that's got to be as solid as the day is long. But it can't be obtrusive. You always have to yield the right of way to oncoming melodies. Okay? So anytime you've got a mindless ostinato like that, it's got to be accurate, it's got to be there. It's got to be right like it is now. But it can't be in the way of, ready, brass buddies, 166. First trumpet. Trumpet section, I'm married to a trumpet player. So I know this. Do you know what the international trumpet player handshake is? Hi, I'm better than you. Now, first I assume you're sitting here. You, more than anybody else, have to be that attitude. We have a problem in my home sometimes because we have 2 brass players. I'm the trombone and she's the trumpet. She's Patrick will tell you, she's very much high and better than you, especially when she plays the trumpets. Okay, here we go. I'm wanting more first trumpet, basically, overall in the piece. Now don't get ugly, but just be a little more aggressive. Okay, here we go. Brass players at 166. 1, 2, ready, go. tia-ta, tia-ya. Can you just put a little more air in your 16th? Ta, ta, ta-ya-ya. Just blow through those 16ths with a little more gusto. Hey, brass players, put just a little separation. When you have an accent like this, ladies and gentlemen, consider doing just a little bit of space. Ta, 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 da. Okay? Here we go, brass. Now, if you're already playing fortissimo in 166, and you have a crescendo in 167, what are you going to do? Get fortissimo? And it might get ugly, right? And out of tune. So, Mrs. May, do you have any idea for that whole note crescendo? What would you be opposed to perhaps doing a little bit of a forte piano?
Not at all.
And maybe not a forte piano, but a forte mezzo forte crescendo or a forte mezzo piano crescendo. Da 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 da. It gives you a place to grow from without getting ugly, you know? Okay, ready, set, try just a little bit of space and put a little bit of a forte mezzo piano crescendo on that. 1, 2, ready, go. I like it. Do you like it?
I like it.
Okay, I like it. A little bit of space. Do you all have pencils on your stands tonight? Of course, Miss Michelle. You always have pencils on your stands. Now, does anybody, in what we just did we, true or false? True or false question. Did we just make some improvements on some things? Okay, I agree. I think we did. Is there anything that you ought to notate in your part that would remind you what to do so that the next time you play, because tomorrow's going to be a cold day, so you're not going to be in school tomorrow. And then you've got Saturday, I'm predicting. And then Saturday and Sunday you're off, and then Monday you're back and you've forgotten what we just did. Take a note of it. If you can remind yourself, take a note of it. Okay? Mrs. May, what do you say we put it all together?
I agree.
Hey, first trumpets. I like the 16th notes. I heard them better, which you're blowing through.
Target, right? It needs to be over there. Here we go. Ready? 166. Do you have your triplets versus the duple in mind? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sometime around 8th grade, I was working with a teacher, and he was trying to teach me to double tongue. And I remember sitting in the basement practicing, and I can't do this, da 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 da. I can't. All of a sudden, one day I could do it, and then I loved it, and I never developed a fast single tongue after that because I always relied on my double. So when I go da 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 da, because that's how I would be doing that. I'm not sure I can tongue fast enough to do it I like. But it's not clean. Okay? Here we go. Trumpets, trombone, baritone. I'll give you 1. Let's hear the 16th. Nice, clean articulation. What's the best thing you can do, brass players, to get your tongue to respond on fast notes? Got a solution? Anybody have a solution for getting the tongue to respond better? Tongue lighter is probably a good point. Okay, tip of the tongue just to the teeth. A really short tongue stroke, yeah. But intensity of air, below the airstream. almost, think of crescendo on it. Ready? Any brass players that have the 16th notes, just start a count two. Two, ready, and one. Two, ready, and one. Has anybody ever experimented with double tongue? Two coup or da ga, da ga da ga da. You do it ga ga. The throat does every other note. Da ga da ga da, da ga da ga da. And the key to success in that is kick the coup with lots of air. But anyhow, the moral of the story is whatever you do, lots of intense air will help get that to be cleaner. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, will you please go to this rhythm? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the end. Measure 178. It starts with the xylophone, upper wood width. Dia, da da da. Dia, da da da. Dia, da da da. Dia, da da da. Then there's the variation in the French horn, trombone, second and third trumpet. 1 and 2. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Is that right?
Yeah. And up the end.
Dia da. 1 and 2. Dia da da. Man, that's a tough one. Do it, will you? Measure 179. French horn, trombone 1, trumpet 2 and 3. And it goes 1, 2, 2. Dia da da. 2, ready, 1 and 2. Dia da da. Dia da da. Dia da da. Just give me the third trumpet, the French horn, and trombone 1. Slow it down. Ready? 1 and 2. Tia. Plenty of air. Get air behind those tongues. Tia, ta ta ya. Ready? 1 and 2. Yeah. It's more distinct all of a sudden because you're putting more air behind it. Yeah. Okay? You got the hard part. Now, leave those guys out for a minute and give me just the people who start ta-da, ta-da, ta in measure 178, and then we've got ta-da, ta-da in 179, and then at the end of 179, first and second trumpets, tia, ta-da, right? Give me just those people for a minute. We're going to start on beat 3 of 178. I'll give you 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, get your air behind the trumpets. Just play part for the second trumpets. 1, 2, 3. Tia, ta-da, tia, ta-da. Notice the accent on the first note. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Starting in 178 again with the woodwinds and getting to what we just did. Ready? 1, 2. Yeah, meter electrons, cuss carefully. Okay. Second and third trombone, baritone. Tenor saxophone, bassoon. Play yours for me. Right at 179. 1, 2, ready, go. Put a good accent on that first note. Tia, ta-ta-ya. 2, ready, go. Good. Everybody please play 179, except the whole note people. No whole notes. Everybody else, 179. 1 and 2, and this tempo, go, and. I got so excited I threw my glasses off my face. That was just so clean and nice. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 178, everybody. Whole notes, dear whole notes. You are not hugely important. If you play your whole notes, double after you. Ready, set, take your pencils. Whole note people, 178, cross out one of the 2 F's. If you play that whole note, fortissimo, we'll never hear the rhythms that we just worked so hard on. Okay? Under tempo, everybody, 178. Under tempo, 178. You articulation rhythm people, real clean articulation and air behind it. 1 and 2 and 178. 1, 2. Air is the key. Air is my friend. Raise your right hand and
and repeat after me. I, and your full name, do solemnly swear that air is my friend and never let it be otherwise. Here we go, 166 to the end. This is the name.
166. When you're up. 1, 2, 3.
One last thing before we leave this place. 179, it's third trumpet, French horn, first trombone. That's the toughie. Really work on that. Slow it down, 1 and 2. Dia, da da, dia, da. The accent on the first and the last note. And get that cleaned up, and that'll really make it happen there. Good job. Good job. Better? Yes? Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now, what we just did could apply to a whole bunch of places in this piece. Ostinatos, how to deal with them. Don't let them be obnoxious, but they got to be accurate. Rhythms, intricate rhythms, articulation, plenty of air behind the tongue, and really lay into it with gusto. No, don't ever let it get ugly. Okay? Bless you. Okay? Good. Go a minute at 125. Will you, everybody? Here we go again. Trumpets. Hey, by the way, first trumpets, if you will, to get those 16th notes to be heard a little better. Ta, ta, ta-ya-da. Stop the dotted quarter soon. Ta, ta, ta-la. Ta, ta, ta-la. And maybe put an accent on the first 16th note. Ta, ta, ta-ga-da. That should help get that brought out. The other technique, of course, is if your bell is maybe out, make sure it's outside of the stand and up just a little bit. You're the only people in the room that got it. And there's just 2 of you or 3? Yeah, you're really outnumbered. Okay? But remember, I am better than you. Okay? All right. How about a little bit at 125? I wrote in the score, articulation trumpets. Let's hear it really clean now, you guys. Tia, da, da, da.
Here we go. From dress. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Take out all whole notes and half notes at 125. Everybody else play. Anytime you have a moving rhythm, play it. Forget your whole notes. Okay?
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, bassoon. Yeah, hi, bassoons. Baritone. Da, 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 ya, da, da, da. Okay? All right.
You had that the other day. I know you can do it. Here we go. Try it again. Ready? Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay, all right. Let's please play at 127. Ready? Xylophone, tuba, bass clarinet, pick and flute. 1, dia, da 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 da. 2, ready, and 1. Yeah, tuba.
Yeah, I don't know how to play it, and I don't want to play it yet.
Come on.
What happens in the Madison Band room stays in the Madison Band room. We're all friends and family here. Give it a shot, girl. Here we go. Piano, tuba, bass, flute bit. 2, ready, and 1. Okay, the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, is it's not the whole notes and the half notes at 125 to 129 that really have to be strong and mighty. It's those articulate rhythms. They've got to come through. The hierarchy of balance. Okay? Okay? These have got to be heard, and they cannot be obscured by these. Don't let these go. The thing is this. Always ask yourself while you're playing, what is the relative importance of life? It's not enough to just play in the Madison Band. It might be fine at Perry. But in the Madison Band, it's not enough to just be able to play your part really well. Once you get your part so you play it really well, you've got to get outside of your part with your ears and start saying, okay, what is the relative importance of my part? Am I a lead character in this play, or am I a backstage chorus person? What is the relative importance of my part at any given moment? Are you a selfish player where I'm always important, or are you a so-and-so is more important at this point, so I'm going to give in a little bit? You'll get your time, okay? The band that plays like that plays a whole lot better. Let's do the middle section of the piece a little bit. B section, probably 55 or so. Hey, I was walking back here to see whether Tiffany is striking, because the tone sounded like maybe the striking area wasn't the best place in the drum. But it looked like you were pretty much in the right place. Okay, like between the lugs and halfway between, like here. Yeah, okay. Ready?
55, everybody. 55. You're up. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Stop. Let's talk about that pitch, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? What is the name of that pitch? Concert pitch. Pardon? Pardon? C? Concert C, right? Is it sounding good?
No.
What is wrong with it?
She's really on tune.
Who are we going to use as our... Are you having a reed concern?
Oh, no, it's just a little bit. Yeah, she's trying really bad to sing today.
Got it. Okay, we'll excuse you then. Would you like to just lay out for a moment?
Okay.
Thank you. Tuba lady, will you please give us your seat?
Sure.
Thank you. Keep going. Bass clarinet. Give us a little more sound. Thank you. Bassoon that can play. Good. With today, with a good instrument. Not that you can. Okay, keep going, you guys. Tiffany, your seat, darling. Okay. All right. You sing. Okay. Today, and we'll play. Everybody, 55.
1, 2, 3.
When getting softer from fortissimo down to where you just were. When a flute gets softer, the pitch tends to go flat. When a brass instrument gets softer, the pitch tends to go. When a reed instrument tends to go softer, what does your pitch do? sharp. Trumpets, brass, softer is eluding me right now. Probably unsupported and flat. Yeah. The reeds are going to go sharp, the softer they get. The flutes and the brass are going to go flat, probably. So, what have you got to do when the whole band is playing a great big long diminuendo? You've got to listen like mad and make sure that the chord ends in tune as it was hopefully at the beginning of 67. Flutes, what do you do to compensate for going flat? How do you prevent going flat as you get softer? Okay? Just so you're aware of that. Clarinets, what are you going to do to keep from going sharp? Probably a clarinet would try to pull the pitch down a little bit by going pulling the bottom jaw down some, keep the pitch down, and keep the intensity correct. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the moral of the story is this. How does my instrument work? Does everybody in the room know these tendencies? Does everybody in the room know that there are certain notes on your instrument that are like really bad out of tune notes? Like on any saxophone, what's one of the worst pitches? Fourth line D, right? What's the tendency of that pitch? Sharp or flat? Which? It's a sharp pitch. So you got to pull those corners in and go, right? And keep that pitch down. How about clarinets? What's the worst notes on your instruments? There are like 3 of them. 4 of them. G, G sharp, A, and B flat. What are those 4 pitches called? Throat tones, right? And what can you do to pull those pitches down? And if you ever practice covering, putting your right hand fingers down? Yeah, covering. Okay? The moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, is this. How does my instrument work? When I play louder, when I play softer, how is that affected by pitch? And are there the specific notes that are on your instrument that are problematic pitches? Trumpets, for example, trumpet section. There's a place back here early on in the piece at measure number 41. The whole section has this problem together. Measure 41 is a problem for trumpets. Why? What is it about 41? Okay, seconds and thirds are playing a low D, which tends to be out of tune, which way? Sharp or flat? It's a sharp pitch. So what do you have to do to pull that down? Kick out your third valve slide, and if you have a kicker on your first valve slide, like he does, you would also kick that some, right? Now, first, what's the problem with your D? It's an octave higher. Brilliant. It has a pitch tendency too. Fourth line D. It's bad on trumpet, it's bad on saxes. You know what's wrong with it? It's a flat pitch. So if the seconds and thirds are playing a sharp pitch and the firsts are playing a flat pitch, it takes that octave and goes, right? So how can you make a fourth line D? Firmer, maybe just a little bit faster air. Think E, which arches your tongue up in the back and directs the airstream differently. Or if worse came to worse, you could feel 1 and 3, which will make it sharp. But it's easier to let a sharp pitch down than a flat pitch up. Ready? Dear, who has a really good C in the room? Or give me, would you please play a fourth line D for me, put it on? Some clarinet has a really good fourth line D. Go, girl.
Fourth line D. Go.
Keep playing thirds and seconds, play a low D, and don't play sharp. 1 and 3, ready, set, go. Keep flowing. You're getting there. Now put yours on top. So don't be flat. Keep going, keep going. What measure was that? Thank you, dear.
41.
Be aware, be aware, be aware. It's called, do I know my instrument? Do I know how my instrument works? So the seconds and thirds are drawing an arrow over that note pointing downward, saying, pull me down, I'm sharp.
The first are drawing an arrow upward saying, pull me up, I am flat. Ladies and gentlemen, we can go through the whole piece, a note at a time, doing what we just did, but we're not going to be here till tomorrow morning because it's going to be too cold anyhow. The moral of the story is, you know your instrument and how it works in terms of pitches and in terms of dynamics, loud and soft. That'll be huge when it comes to intonation. Okay? And remember, air is my friend. If you're spinning it through your instrument with intensity, you're going to sound better and you're going to be better too. Okie dokie? What's the other thing we've learned in this piece? Articulate your rhythms very cleanly with intensity of breath. Get them to come out. If you're playing a whole note and somebody else in the room is playing an intricate rhythm, listen for that rhythm and don't cover it. Okay? And that takes care of this piece. We just fixed everything in the piece. You just have to apply what we learned on what we just did to the rest of the piece. Got it? So, Bob Sheldon is ready to go.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sure.
5-minute break. Come back. Get a drink of water. I got it.
Music's going! Oh, come look at this shit right here. Come look at this shit right here. Hey! Get the fuck out of here. Fourth line D!
Wait, are we recording?
No! Get out of here, Doyle. Ryan Doyle. She's gonna smack you.
It's actually.
Oh my god, it's totally recording.
Allie.
sir. Almost. He wants me to try. He told me that once I graduate, I can have a voice guy. And start playing like Minecraft and stuff. I'll save up my money eventually. I'll get it back in the summer. I thought it was going to be cheaper. I don't know why. Probably is. Well, it's 25 to 600 is less.
So, Eric, you want to audition?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you wearing a summer section?
I wasn't sure.
Get on the marching band website and start poking around.
Okay.
They do Tuesday and Thursday night summer sessions. And those are huge in terms of starting yourself with the vision. Go out and run the stage. Playing wise, great. But one of the best things is that trying to get to those checking out, seeing what's about, seeing start poking around. You know anybody in the area?
There's no red light flashing.
Some 20 at the wall in 2 a.m. And this is where Marie Clemens sprayed.
Right?
No, this is where. you go.
Oh my god. Thanks. Because I just watched it straight up.
All right, you guys, do me a favor, please play too quickly here. Just play a quick B flat, everybody. Everybody, B And are they warming up? B flat, the brass.
May I interject an alternate or an additional idea on
Yes,
tuning?
please.
Ready? Tuba and bass clarinet. Will you please play your throat tone? No, play a low G. And play your F, just below the staff. Concert F, low G. Ready, set, go. Everybody on the solo, sing. Keep singing. Take a breath when you need to. Bassoons, join us if you can play it too. Concert F. Once you're happy with that, check a fourth line F, which tends to be sharp, so you have to work to pull it down. Keep going. Keep going. Euphonium baritones, plan F. Go. F. Concert F. Plenty of air. Trombones, ready? F. Horns, play a low C, please. Keep going. Trumpets, your G, please. Keep going. Take a breath when you need to. Now, I want you guys to go to the front space C. Should I tell you to? It tends to be sharp pitch, so you're going to have to close your hand a little bit to pull it down. Third space C is going to have you matching the trumpets. Go. Listen carefully. Don't close the hand too much, because actually it's a little flat now. Match the horn, the trumpets, clarinets, or trombone sheet. Close your F. No big yet. We're going to agitate. Good, you got a good ear. Here again, you're going to pull it down. Thank you. Obviously, why didn't I do you guys on that? Because it's a bad note for the altos and the barit. Okay, ready? Low F sharp. Concert A is the next one. Now, play your low F sharp, which is going to be a fifth away from him. Go low F sharp. Just play it, you'll be fine. Low F sharp. You started sharp and you pulled it down with your chops. Good ear. High F sharp. Listen carefully. It's got to come down. It's got to come out. It's got to come down. Keep going. Pull.
never heard that.
That's my favorite way. So there you go.
That's awesome.
Cajun folk song.
Go, go on.
Go, Gwen, go.
Oh, gosh.
You can do it. I believe in you.
How about you start?
Here she is.
Here she is.
We're ready for you. Both of you. And you get to play the solo. I guess it is the solo. Now that's a decision. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be everybody. Mark Kelly always said, nobody's going to take inventory.
One plus two.
All right, when you ready?
Oh.
Talk about that just a little bit. When is it? Good job. Have you ever experimented with vibrato? Do you know the difference between a saxophone and a lawnmower? You can tune a lawnmower. Okay, but you'll really warm up the tone of the saxophone if you'll start adding a little. You know, and it doesn't have to be all the time. But man, when you're holding that whole note, that half note F sharp, and that dotted quarter F sharp, and yeah, try to start throwing some in to warm it up, and the band will melt. They'll go, oh man, that was beautiful. I see why these quarters are not a solo clarinet, because
Move
that
that side.
range, there needs to be more balance. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, what is the major problem in those opening 16 bars for the clarinet and sax? Intonation problem. Yeah. Playing with a beautiful tone into, yeah. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that melody that Gwen just played comes back with different people, and comes back later with different people, and comes back again later with different people. And the moral of the story is, however Gwen and the clarinets play that at the beginning has got to be replicated stylistically, phrase-wise, throughout the rest of the movement to be consistent. Okay? Let's go at 17 then and make sure we can hear that solo coming through. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's another one of these things. Make sure that we can hear these things happening and that these don't get in the way. If you have a moving part, bring it out. If you're playing a half note, listen for the moving parts. 17. When playing a section like this, for it to sound blended and warm and expressive, there has to be, yes, it's a pretty soft dynamic, but there's got to be still that intensity of breath that we talked about in the other piece has to be there. The air has to still be spinning just about as fast. You're just not using quite as much of it. And you
warm up that half note. Hopefully Gwen will do just an absolute beautiful knockout job in those opening 16 bars. And then the rest of you will really want to try to imitate what she did stylistically in that open. Ready? Gwen, first clarinet, open. Everybody who ever has this melody, listen to these two and see how they play it, and then try to imitate it when you have it at 17. Let's do we won't do all of it, just do it like the first 8 bars or something. Just the first. Blow through it, Gwen. Back off and take time here. There's got to be more passion behind it. It's got to have more intensity to it. It's got to be warm and expressive. Like, think of someone that you really love, that you're hugging them on this movement. This is a hug a loved one movement. It can't be cold and you know, it's got to be filled with love. Okay? Now, you guys who have, for example, in measure number 21. Ya, da, da. You're important. Second clarinets. When was the last time they told you? And second alto sax that you were important. You've got ya, da, da. Bring it out. Anytime you have a moving part, bring it up. Everybody start at 17. And if you have 8th notes, 16th notes, bring them up. Play them a little bit louder. Melody, keep doing what you're doing. First trombone. Da, 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 dee, da. Bring it up. Moving parts. 17, 20, set, go. Love it and bring out moving parts. That you hold up to the light and you can see through the warp and the woof of the weave, okay? This should be silk. Fine silk. Fine, really tight woven silk. Connected. When you take a breath, make it as quick as you can, especially if you're playing a big bass instrument. Don't be taking a great big long gapping breath. That makes it burlap. It's got to be silk. You were starting to get a little passion and warmth into the lines there. That's what you got to do. You got to squeeze somebody you love in that movement.
I love myself.
Movement 2. Let's dance. A buddy of mine, band played in Cleveland last. Did you go to the conference? Yes. Did you hear the Lakota West Symphonic Winds? Mrs. May.
I know, I was presiding at this time, I did not go.
You missed a performance that will not be replicated in the near future. But anyhow, my buddy is retiring and he conducted a performance
Convention Center overlooking the Brown Stadium on Saturday morning. And he said that he constantly tells the students that all music is either dance, it's either a song or it's a dance. And that's what you got in this tune. First movement is a beautiful, warm, loving song. And this, actually, have you told them the story of that first movement about the death yeah, okay. Now we dance. Okay? Funeral's over. It's time to dance. It's got to be electric. Okay? Here we go. A little bit of Cajun cooking here.
Yep. Ready?
Connected to half, connected to dotted half. What is the problem? What is the concern? No? Pitch. You're all playing a concert F. That's a great tuning note. It happens to be a sharp note for the first clarinet, so she's putting her right hand out because it's a throat tone G, right? And pulling her quarters in a little bit. It's a sharp note on the clarinet. It's a sharp note on the bassoon. That thumb F is a sharp note. So knowing how to compensate, who's the most stable instrument? Probably tenor. You're probably our standard of pitch. Ready, set, G. Bassoons match that. As soon as you get your hair fixed, go. Match, don't be sharp. If you play a little bit louder than B, that helps the pitch also. Sure, don't worry about trying to get too soft on the throat tone. Now, Mr. Sandbox, give me a thing. You know that tune? Mr. Sandman, Mr. Sandbox, what's your name? Thomas? Hey, would you do me a favor, Thomas? Would you hold him up just a little higher? Begin. That'll let the sound get out. People always want to see those kind of instruments. Oh, what's Thomas playing? Sandbox.
Ready? Here we go.
Good old D. Thank you. Trumpets, you have your tuner close? Play your muted G for me.
Very sharp and then brought it back in.
I felt overall just now it was a little flat. Listening to the play on the part, it was a little flat, didn't you think? It wasn't just now, it's too. Make sure your air is my friend. Push, diaphragm, gut muscles, not for louder, but for support. Okay? But I know you have two buddies. Ready? Let's dance again. Good old fourth line D, alto. Yep, listen carefully. Okay, we can make it dance just a little bit more. It's not bad. You'll make it dance if you'll just a little separation on the syncopation. Kick the syncopation with an accent. In other words, that tied B. Make it dance. Right now it's a little bit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have any of you ever been to New Orleans? Do any of you like Cajun cooking? How might we describe Cajun food? Spicy. Okay, bingo.
Spicy?
Spicy.
No. Ready? Spicy. A little bit shorter eighth note, and definitely more spice on the accent. Ready, set, dance. Okay, be careful to alto sax oboe. Come in on that concert F together.
Ready? Hang on.
Okay.
We'll be late.
And this piece is a tough counter, isn't it? With all the fives and the twos and the fours and the da, da. Now, the next thing is flutes, oboe, first clarinet. You have to imitate the dance that the first trumpets are going to lead. Da, 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 dee, da, 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 ba, ba, ba. Pick a place to start.
Pick up the 12.
Okay.
How's that? Pick up the 12. Ready? Everyone, pick up the 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Make it dance, da, 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 Really? Okay, because your left hand's coming out really well. You need to balance your right hand with it. Make sure we can hear the right hand. This is the moving hand. This is the hard part. You're doing a great job on it. Don't let this one fall into a state of you can't hear it. Okay? Balance the two.
because it's important to have that 8 motor going there. Yeah, good. It's all about dancing, ladies and gentlemen. You were really starting to get it, I thought, toward the beginning, and the farther we went, the more kind of a little bit went by the wayside. Keep it dancing. I'm looking at measure 114, trumpets. Da, da, da. Does anybody know what the term is for when we have a feeling of 2 against 3?
Is it called hemiola?
Hemiola, a feeling of 2 against 3. It's like being able to rub your stomach and pat your head at the same time. But the point is that, what measure did I just mention?
114.
When you have that, you're in 2, Mrs. May and a whole lot of the band are in 3. Make sure da, da, a little bit of separation. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're in a situation where we've got 3 against 2, the people who are in 2 need to just separate a little bit to make it really clean and distinct that it is a 2 against 3. Go for the accents, plenty of air. Horns when you have da 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 da, really make it very articulate like bullets. Da 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 da. BBs on a tin roof. Tick tick tick. Bless you. Okay, I'm sorry. That's it. It's got to dance. It's got to dance. Okay, let's talk about marches for a minute. We're probably not going to play the march. We're just going to talk about it.
Yes.
And then we're going to sight read. Okay, now, before you start learning music, let's talk about a march. Why is it? Well, you guys have not been to contests, right? Well, a lot of times when you go to contests, a band is going to start with a march, right? You know why that is? Okay, there's one thing in a march that doesn't change, at least the one that you're playing, in most marches. What is it? Sure. Tempo. You set a tempo. It's like you get the metronome going up and you wind the band up, and she can start you and she could walk away and come back in 3 minutes later and you still be playing the same speed, right? That doesn't change. And the reason a march that doesn't change, it's a really great thing to do at a contest, is you're probably playing in a strange place you've never played before, a gymnasium or an auditorium that you're not familiar with. And so basically, you're using that time as kind of a warm-up to the hall and getting used to how does our band sound, how do I feel when I play in this room versus when I play in the band room or in the gym or in the auditorium at home. That's why you do a march, because of this. But so many bands play marches like plain vanilla pudding, without any sprinkles or things to really kind of make it special. Okay, like sprinkles on ice cream or chocolate sauce or red skin peanuts, lightly salted. Okay, and those things are dynamic contrast, accents, articulations. If you can conquer dynamic contrast, hold on, one more thing, march style. March style is where you play, well, where is this march?
There.
Our heritage. Okay, so here's our heritage. You've played it a couple times. Da 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 da. Separation. If I have said in a microphone as a judge to band once, I've said it a million times, you need more march style separation. The only time in a march that you don't separate is when you have a slur. Or like, when you have a slur. Like in the trio. Da, da, dee, da, 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 da. Even though it's soft in the trio this march, it is still separation. March style separation, dynamics, accents, articulation are huge. March style separation. Repeat after me, march style separation.
March style separation.
Dynamics.
Dynamics.
Accents.
Accents.
Articulation.
Articulation.
And a steady tempo.
Steady tempo.
Tuba and horn, even if you play pop, 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 that is important. Because A, it's giving you a harmonic background, and it's also giving you a pulse.
Back in the days of John Philip Sousa, at the turn of the century, when the John Philip Sousa band was a really popular thing. It was like the pop music of the day, if you can imagine it, at the turn of the century, and people danced. And the tuba and the bass line was the down of the foot, and the French horn was the up of the foot. You got to be the down of the foot and the up of the foot to make a march dance. It's either a song or it's a dance. Up. Those chords, those afterbeat movas are really important. March style separation.
March style separation.
Dynamics.
Dynamics.
Articulation.
Articulation.
Accents.
Accents.
Do what she tells you. Steady tempo. Do what she tells you. If you can make those 5 things work, you got your march down. You've started your program with, yeah, look at us. We are Madison. We are not Perry. Encore.
All right, do me a favor, take your music, put it underneath your seats. Everything off the stand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when this comes out to you, just make sure you have the right part, because I know we haven't discussed this yet on how to pass this out. Make sure you have the right part, put it face down so you can.
Now, while this is happening, listen to me a minute. One of my favorite things to do, and I'll be doing it the first week of March and the second week of March, is go out and judge bands at contests. And I really like being the sight reading judge because I get to talk to students. I enjoy talking to young people, as you may have already determined. It's fun. I enjoy it. Your youthful faces give me energy. Okay? I don't like being around old people other than my brother. Okay? That guy sitting over there. But I like judging sight reading because I get to talk to students. Let me tell you something. The minute you walk in that room, you are creating an impression of who the Madison Wind Ensemble is. The minute you walk, the way you walk into that room, if you're loosey-goosey and your French horns are dangling at your side, and you're talking and yada-da, which I know you won't be because I can tell already your group wouldn't do that. You're creating an impression. You walk in respectfully, you're organized, you do what your director tells you to do, you're very attentive. Speaking of French horns, how do you walk with a French horn? Would you ever walk with a French horn like this? No. This would be fine, although I'm told that the modern way is this way, in front of you. Don't ever dangle a French horn, because that's what happens. Thank you. Thank you for not dangling. It's a pet peeve. My daughter plays it. Okay, so you just finished your performance on the stage, and you feel just great about it. And you're kind of like, you're walking to the sight reading room. But the minute you walk in the room, all of that chit-chat ceases, and you're back into performance, concentration, and focus. Okay? Because you're creating an impression. And I just suggested to Mrs. May that maybe she have somebody standing there at the door to collect the roll, so you don't have to deal with it. Because you don't want to get them mixed up with this stuff. So you walk in and you sit down, and the judge says, okay, everybody has a chair, everybody has a stand. Percussion, your requirements, although you will know this, you probably already know already what the percussion never told you yet. Mrs. May will know in advance what your percussion requirements are, and she will have assigned parts. Who's playing what? On this piece, do we have enough bodies to cover all this tonight? Probably not. Well, this is everything that's needed. Now, Tiffany, you'll know that you need 2 drums. They'll tell you that. But the thing is, on this piece, I kind of scoped it out, and you've got to play an A, bottom space of the staff, and a D, third line of the staff. So the 2 drums you've got to use are the second one up and the top one.
to get those 250s to happen. Okay? We'll talk more about timpani in a second. So the music has been passed out, and the judge says, does everybody make sure you have the correct part? Euphoniums, do you have the correct clef, treble clef versus bass? Make sure you've got the absolute correct part. There are only 2 clarinet parts on this, first and second. And that's, you're usually playing 3 normally, right? So Mrs. May will tell you who's playing first and who's playing second. And that'll be all worked out ahead of time. Just make sure you've got the absolute correct part for you, and then turn it over so you're not looking at it. So once the judge has done that, and everybody's set and ready to go, percussion, you're ready to go, then he'll start talking about the rest of the procedure. The rest of the procedure is you'll have 4 minutes to study your part, while Mrs. May studies hers. During that 4 minutes, you may not play on your instrument, except Mr. Kennedy. You've been tuned during that first 4 minutes. He's the only guy. If anybody else plays during those first 4 minutes, you could get disqualified. Don't play during the 4-minute study time. You're studying by yourself. She's studying. Now, she'll probably tell you how she wants you to study. Some groups, there's a lot of she told me on this afternoon, that people are talking and pointing out things to each other with their stand partner. Sometimes bands will have their section leader stand up and walk around and say, hey, notice it measures such and such, and there's such and such happening. However, Mrs. May wants you to do that, it's fine. You just want to keep it down to a low rumble if you do talking. It's good to interact, but some groups come in and they're totally silent. They just sit there and study. But let me tell you this. If you're sitting there going like this during the study time, you're not creating a good impression. And I know that Madison wouldn't let that happen. Make sure that you are, because I as a judge can be up and around and looking, well, how is this group, are they serious about what they're doing here, or are they just kind of ignoring it and they want to be someplace else? So you're creating an impression. 4-minute study time where you're checking out the part. Now here's my recommendations as you study your music. Go from the macro to the micro. Go from the big picture to the little picture. Go from, here's how many beats there are on the bar. No, the biggest picture is, what's the roadmap? Are there any repeats? Are there any DCs and DSs? Those are kind of a pain in the hind end when you're going along and all of a sudden, I've got to go back to the sign. Where is the sign? Oh, it's here. Can I write on this music? No, you may not. So you've got to find the sign that you go back to, then you've got to find the coda sign. In recent years, they haven't been throwing many DSs and codas at us, just as a hint to you. But look for those things. Look for the macro. Okay, you figured out the signs. Now start looking for finer points. What is the time signature? It doesn't change. What is the tempo at the beginning? It doesn't change. You know what is really, really common in second-year pieces is something that's A-B-A full. Fast, slow, fast. Sometimes slow, fast, slow. They want to see if you can change keys and get the right notes. They want to see if you can change meters, time signatures, and do it successfully. They want to see if you can change speeds and do it successfully. So a lot of times it's an ABA kind of a situation. You're looking for those kind of things. You've gone from the macro, you're getting finer, and now you start to, look at this rhythm. How does it, do you know, what's this rhythm? Oh yeah, okay. Start looking at that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, she's checking out the things she wants to talk to you about. Okay, the judge will say, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, ready? You may now talk to the band. Okay, she then instructs you, and obviously you're sitting tall and listening to her and responding to her and staying with her, because I'm the judge and I'm walking around to see how you're doing. Are you with your director during this time? Are you making good use of this time? Okay? Now there's different ways. Oh, Mrs. May, here's a really good thing to do. Some directors during that 4-minute study time, they'll come over here, and I'm not going to sit on that chair because I'll get my hind end dirty. But they'll come over and they'll sit down in a chair. And they'll just kind of be in their little island unto themselves. They're just kind of, they're sitting here. Their band's studying, and the director's over here. Well, you know what you can do? Nobody said that you, as a director,
can't leave my school. Thank you. Keep a track on me, will you? I'm a slippery. All right, here's what Mrs. May, I would recommend that she do. She's up here studying, and she's going. She's not saying a word. She's not allowed to say a word. But what is she telling you?
The tempo.
Tempo? Time signature. What time is it in? 3/4 time, and you see what the tempo is. So you're already going, okay, it's a 3/4 time, and it goes about that speed. She's studying. She's studying. What's she showing you now? Wow, there's a little echo place in this room right here, isn't there? Right on the podium.
I hate it.
Wow. Wait, hello. The style changes. Okay? Now watch her. What'd she just tell you? And we go into 4/4 time, and we, so now it looks like maybe it's A, B. She can at least tell you that much stuff that she studied. And it's perfectly legal. You just can't talk to each other. Nobody says you can't stand here and do this. I always did it. It's good use of time. It's telling you stuff without telling you stuff. Okay? So, ready, Mrs. May? Wait, let's talk about the second set of 4 minutes. That's where she talks to you, and depending on how she wants to run it, you talk to her. She may ask for questions. Let me have you do this. If you have a question of a specific rhythm or a place in the music, try to make your questions really succinct, really small, really to the point. Don't go into a great big long dissertation paragraph in your question, because you've got 4 minutes to do this. You want to keep it short and clean to the point. You need to say, Mrs. May, at measure 26, and then you pause. You're saying where I should go to look. Don't say, but can you check my part that goes in, and then say the measure number. Say at measure 26, and then give her a minute to get there. How does my part go? And she will go, da 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 da. And she'll say, at clarinet saxes, that's a great question. Everybody has it. Will you sing that rhythm with me? You can sing, you can tap, you can clap during this 4 minutes. The second set of 4 minutes, you can do whatever she wants to do, however she wants to handle it. The most exciting and useful people tend to do something like, I'll do this afterward, because I don't want to give away the secrets. Okay, we'll talk about that later. You can't play. You can't play. You may not play. Some bands like to chin their instrument, put your mouthpiece under your chin, and finger, and do some singing and fingering. Some like the sizzle. I'm not a big sizzle fan.
We sing on T's.
T. You and me.
We sing on T's.
T. Good. Yeah. Sizzle is.
I don't like sizzle.
It's a lot of spitting.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? And the judge talks to you about how you did it. What if we broke down in the middle of our sight reading? Does that mean we get a lower rating? Not necessarily. You can even have a complete crash and burn once and restart and still come through it and not be detrimentally rated. You're allowed one crash and burn. Okay? Don't let mistakes, anytime you're playing an instrument, don't start getting mental about a mistake. It's gone. It's over. There's nothing you can do about it. Go on. Chances are, if you think about it and brood about it, you're going to make more mistakes. Don't worry about it. Go on. Ready for your first 4 minutes?
Sure.
Mrs. May? The minute you open your score, I will begin the timer. You only score? Okay. Cool. That's fine.
You know what, should I?
Get on your phone. Get in the echo chamber. The minute she opens her score, you're going to turn yours over and start studying. You want them to talk to
You
each
may
other?
talk quietly with each other, finger count, but not across the room. Quietly with your stand partners. Okay. And if we, when we do sing, when we sing, it's on T's when I teach. Okay, guys? All right. Mistakes happen. Make music.
Time until first 4 minutes.
Oh, no?
Go.
Oh.
3 minutes. Minutes. Okay, we're going to short circuit this process because we're going to run out of time if we don't. So that was half of your time, your study time. Now, the second set of 4 minutes, you may talk to each other.
All right. To begin with, everybody understand the program. I'll take questions at the end, okay? You have a nice entrance from our percussion at the beginning, long tones from the lows, and mids in the clarinets and so forth, trumpets, with my clarinets, lead line at 5, okay? Flutes coming in at 13. Let's sing everybody at 13 though, please. All right, ready? 1, ready, go. T, T, softly, percussion underneath here, mezzo piano. T, 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 T. Good, you get the idea, and up, percussion, you have a little interlude between before 23. Notice 23 is the sign. Now, watch your rhythms at 23, all right? Be careful, trumpets in the third measure of 23. Flutes, clarinets at the lead line. 23, everybody, forte. 1, and ready, go. T, sing, forte. T, 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 T. Now, watch your accents, 31. T, 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 long. T, 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 accidentals here. All right, notice we got a coda coming up there when we get there. So the flute into 45. Now, everybody look at 45. Measure before. It's going to be solo flute. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Fast tempo in the clarinet. Lows, holds, long. It's only in the clarinet. All right. 49, other people come in. Notice your dynamic level. The line and altos happening there. Be careful. Bring out all 8 notes. Important. 57, notice dynamic and articulations. Here we go. 57, sing on T's. Ready? 1 and 2 and ready, go. T, 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 T. Trumpets have the lead line. T, 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 presenting crescendo low. T, T, stop there. Repeats back. 67, multiple entrances here. 1, 2, 3, bell tones. Lows have those 8th notes. Bring out the 8th notes, whole notes, backgrounds, please. Bell
And
tones
that's about
in.
half the time, or a little bit more than
Yeah.
half the time.
consider when she's having you G, consider having your instrument played near play position and fingering. Also, fingering pitching. Don't have it anywhere near your lips where you might possibly make a noise or sound, but do your fingers and such. How many of you, when you open this and looked at it, you go, you gotta be kidding, this is like 7th grade. Yeah, and that's the way it's gonna be. They're gonna give a Class B band, a 7th grade band piece. But you see, what you've got to do is, the very first time you read it and play, is make it sound like a performance that time. That's why they give you something that's 2 grade levels easier. Because it's supposed to sound like a prepared notion as you're reading it. Now, as you go into start sight reading, or start actually playing again, it's okay to play a note. Don't take a lot of time, but if you want to take a B flat or an F or both or whatever, since you haven't been playing for a while, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
You're allowed to do that.
You normally did it. All right, you ready? Let's read. Emily?
You can let you read it. You can read, right? Just don't blow for it.
Okay. Any other quick questions right there? That's unofficial. All right, here we go. From the top. Actually, can we play a concert F, please? Give me a concert F. Ready? Go. Here we go. Majestic. Ready? Top. 1, 2, 3, 1, and softly start. Five, good.
combination might have been the problem. Chances of you playing anything in the keys other than the key that you should play in, it was in actually D minor for a lot. What is the key signature of F major, right? Key of D flat major, probably. Maybe the key of D flat. Those are the three big keys that you'll see 7th grade band plays in those keys on. It's very doubtful that you would play the key of A flat concert. But what are the most missed pitches in the key that you just did? It's those second valve, second position, concert E natural, which translates to F sharp, clarinets and trumpets, and those A natural concerts, which translate to second finger B's trumpets. What are the most missed pitches in this key? Key of B flat is the key that everybody plays in all the time. If you get into the key of E flat concert, it's those A flats that you probably always look for those. What are the most missed pitches in this key? Is it this finger or is it this finger? Trumpets, I'm thinking that. La da da da. I heard some key signature pitches that I was complaining about. I heard some good style. Da 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 da. Accents, fanfare, articulation was nice and clean. You want to make those contrasts. They're going to give you a piece that has probably something syrupy and warm and expressive, and then something that dances. A song and a dance. You got to make the song sing with expression and right notes and rhythms, of course, and make the dance dance with good contrast. You do that stuff, you'll be in great shape. Go for the contrast and accuracy, sure. Thank you. I have really enjoyed my 2 hours with you, Madison. You are very respectful. No, let me applaud you first. You're very respectful, you're very responsive. I love the smiles, I love the eyes, I love the attention. You guys are obviously getting great instruction. Be happy that you have a director that cares and works hard with you. And you work just as hard for her. Best of luck to you the next 3 weeks. Apply yourself to your best of your abilities. Don't come off of that performance going, I could have done something better. Know that you did your absolute best, and then whatever they post on the wall for a rating is just, it's what it is. But the process, it's the process that's important. It's not the rating, it's the process of getting better, learning, really digging in. Music is a very jealous kind of person. It really demands your attention to do it well. Okay? So get down to those details of those rhythms that we talked about in the Sheldon piece, and the balances, listening around the room, and you'll be just great. Thank you.